Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be, as I'm sure you already know because you clicked on the video, talking about intuitive eating. So I did a poll on my Instagram. If you don't follow me, I'll leave it down here. I did a poll on what video you guys wanted to see next. I did some makeup options, some health options, and I just kind of left it up to you guys as to what you really wanted to see next. I do just want to kind of call out before we get too far into the video for the background noise. I do have all my windows open. It does feel like fall finally here in Maryland, and I have about 40 minutes before I have to head to work. So I wanted to sit down and film this for you guys to hopefully get it up tonight, because my filming schedule I've really been trying to adhere to. I'm uploading every 3 days. I kind of stole that from Sarah's Day. Sorry, it's just really convenient to upload every 3 days, so I'm taking it and rolling with it. So yeah, I really want to get the video up tonight. Hopefully by like 10 or 11 Eastern Standard Time the video will be up. We'll see, you know, what time I get home from work. If I'm able to edit it in time, we'll see. But anyways, if you want to hear about intuitive eating, what it is about, why I do it, all that good stuff, then let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so I have some things here on my phone. Don't mind me, you know, it's feeling like fall today. Decided I'm just gonna be comfortable for my audience. Hope you guys don't mind, you know, whatever, let's just get into it. So I have a few things written down on my phone just because I don't want to like lose track or anything of what I want to talk to you guys about. So you guys obviously voted. The Instagram poll was a tie, so it was between this and how to kickstart your fitness journey after you've kind of had a break for a little bit. So I'll do that video, probably not the next one. I'll probably do my September favorites next. And then after that, I will most likely do how to kickstart your fitness journey. So definitely give this video a thumbs up if you guys want to see that video. So the first thing is what is intuitive eating? What does it mean? What does it involve? Like, what does the term mean? So intuitive eating is essentially you're listening to your body. You're intuitively eating. You're eating because you're hungry, not because you're bored. You're eating because food tastes good, and that's okay too. And you're just listening to your body's cues and kind of honing back into that response that your body gives, because it's something that a lot of us have lost track of. You know, we eat because we're bored, we eat because we're stressed, we eat because we're sad, we eat because somebody tells us we should eat every 3 hours, or we eat because somebody tells us we should have 5 meals in a day, or you're supposed to have lunch, or you're supposed to do this, or you're supposed to do that, you're supposed to have protein at every single meal, so you eat it because that's what you're being told. You know, the diet culture has just become this huge thing of all of this knowledge, and you don't know what to believe or what not to believe. It's constantly changing. So intuitive eating is kind of figuring out what's best for you. What does your body crave? What does your body want? Because what my body craves is different than what my husband craves, because he could eat ice cream for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and just be a happy camper, but I don't crave that. That's not what I want. So it's just really honing back in on your body's intuition, and you're intuitively eating for your body. Like, when are you hungry? If you're not hungry, don't force yourself to eat. Now, yes, you should be eating between 1,600 and 2,000 calories if you are a female. Now, I know a lot of people undereat because they're not hungry, or people only eat once a day. That's not healthy, but at the same time, you can't just go from eating few and far between, because that's what your body's used to, and shoving yourself full of food. It's a gradual process to get up to it. So, you know, just kind of mindfully think, am I hungry? If I'm hungry, don't let me starve. So you're just listening to your body's intuition. So that's essentially what intuitive eating means. So the next thing is, how do you start? How do you start intuitive eating? What do you do? Do you have to do a program? Do you have to do this? Do you have to do that? No, to start intuitive eating, you just start listening to your body's cues, and you know, almost ask yourself before you're about to eat, Samantha, am I hungry? Why am I eating? And then another thing that I know I have a hard time with, I struggle with it, everybody in my life can attest to it, is eating too fast. You know, when you're eating, you're not thinking about what you're eating. You're not tasting the food, you're not enjoying the food, you're just eating to eat. Like, I know I am the number one person to kind of have issues with that, especially when it comes to my work day. So, because I'm constantly working, so I'm eating while I'm working. It's a constant thing. So, like earlier today, I had that. I was eating and working at the same time because I needed to get things done because I had something going on with my computer. So it's just sitting down and really honing in on focusing on the food that you're eating and how it tastes and how you enjoy it. And you know, another thing with that comes with intuitive eating is realizing when you're full. Don't eat. Another thing that diet culture brings into us is that we're eating because we're told that we're always supposed to finish the food that's on our plate. When no, if you're full, you're full. Don't force yourself to eat more. And you know, sometimes it's not that that's what we're being told. We're eating because it's so good. You know, it's so good and we want to eat more of it and we don't want to stop. But the good thing with intuitive eating is no food is off limits. You eat whatever you want to eat, but you eat until you're satisfied. You don't eat until you're stuffed and it's like Thanksgiving dinner every single day of the week. So that's, you know, one of the things. That's how you start. You just really pay attention. And as you go along with it, you get better and better at it. I don't know how much better and better I've gotten at it. I try my best, but you know, we all have flaws. Everybody makes mistakes. It happens. But that's kind of how you start. You know, you just start listening to your body and listening to when you're hungry and listening to when you're full and what are you craving and why are you craving those things. That's kind of how you get started. So another thing is how to keep yourself from overeating. So that kind of goes into what I was just talking about with how to keep yourself from overeating, you just listen to when your body's full. Like if your body's full, then stop eating. That's kind of how, you know, again, going back to that diet culture is we're so used to, hey, my mom and dad told me when I was a little kid that I always needed to eat everything that was on my plate, so I better finish this or else that's just, you know, it becomes habit. We don't even really think about it, but that's where it comes from. So if you're full, don't feel like you have to eat it. You know, save it for leftovers, have it for lunch tomorrow, save it for later until when maybe you're hungry again. That's okay. And you know, you'll figure out how much your body really needs by just focusing. Am I full? You know, eating slower, paying attention to the food, chewing the food, taking, you know, that 20 minutes that you should be taking to eat for your mind to recognize, hey, I'm full. So that's, because I know that, oh, almost just dropped my phone. I know that that's a common question. So another thing that I really want to focus on with talking about all this intuitive eating stuff is don't focus on the weight loss. So I know everybody's trying to do everything to lose weight. What's the next best thing? Like, what's the quickest way I'm going to get this off? With intuitive eating, you don't necessarily pay attention to the weight loss of it. You're paying attention to how your body's feeling. Are you giving the body the nutrition and the fuel that it wants? So don't necessarily pay attention to, you know, your body's weight. Also, don't really pay attention to the calories that you're eating. Just pay attention to how your body feels. Do you feel good about after the meal that you just ate, or do you feel bad? Were you hungry when you ate it? Were you full when you were done? Like, those kind of things are the ways that intuitive eating works. And essentially, long term, as you do that and you start to really listen to your body's cues, then you will get your body to the place where it is most comfortable. And I say that because a lot of people go to really huge extremes to get their body to be at a certain point, when everybody's body has a certain place that it functions and works the most best at. So for me, it's completely different from somebody else, which means that I might not be as fit and skinny as I don't even want to say the word skinny. I might not be as fit and appearance-wise the way that I want to be, but my body works at its key at whatever weight it may fall at. So that's something to keep in mind. You know, and with that, just don't focus on how long it takes you to see results, how long it takes you to do this, how long it takes you to do that. Just focus on the little things, and over time, it's going to amount to something really big. You know, slow and steady wins the race, and that's like my number one thing that I always focus on, is that it's not a speed. Weight loss is not a speedy thing. To get long-lasting results, it takes time, it takes patience. Oh my God, it takes a hell of a lot of patience. So that's something that, you know, everybody who wants this fast, quick result, it's not realistic, and it's not going to hang on to you for forever. So you're going to gain that weight back quick. And I'm not just speaking because I don't know. I did it 7 years ago. I lost the weight really quick. I did low carb. I didn't eat anything bad for 6 months. And guess what? I gained the weight back like that. Like, you would not even believe. It was insane how fast I gained the weight back. You know, I just started eating the bad foods again, and I was like, oh, I'm not gaining any weight. And the next thing you know, I gained all the weight back, and then 25 pounds. So it slow and steady wins the race. So the last question that I'm sure you guys are wondering is like, why am I doing intuitive eating? So I've actually wanted to do intuitive eating for a really long time, but the reason that I didn't, and I don't want this to seem kind of like hypocritical, if you will, but I didn't want to do intuitive eating because I had my wedding and I needed to fit into my wedding dress. And it wasn't necessarily that, you know, sorry, my leg's falling asleep. Oh, I lost my sock. Oh no. I'm like full on like fuzzy socks, cardigan, whole 9 yards. I'm like in it today. So it's not necessarily that I was afraid of not looking good on my wedding day. I was afraid of by intuitive eating, like being intuitively eating, that I would potentially gain weight and then not be able to fit in my wedding dress. Because see, what happened to me is that I gained so much muscle in my bootay that my dress was very tight. I gained 3 inches in my rear between January of this year to May, and I ordered my dress in a size bigger. Well, I could not lift like that anymore until my wedding just passed, because I wouldn't have fit in my dress if I did, because I was gaining the muscle so fast back there that I wouldn't have been able to fit in my dress. So adding anything else or trying anything new, I just didn't want to do that right before my wedding. But I always knew that I wanted to try intuitively eating because it just seemed what would work best for me. You don't have to count calories, you don't have to count macros. While yes, those things are great, it does cause a lot of stress for me, and it does, like, I'm always like worried about, am I eating too much? And I eat really healthy. Like, if you go look at my Instagram page, you will see I eat really healthy. And yeah, of course I have my moments where I eat donuts. Who doesn't? So my thing is, I really just want to give it a shot. So I challenge you to take the journey with me. I recently just started, probably in the last like week or so. I would say that I've kind of been intuitively eating, but I'm really going to start it, you know, here in the next couple of days. That's another thing, is don't ever wait until Monday to start something. Just start it tomorrow, whenever. That's how I am. Like, I'm not one who just like jumps into a diet, so to speak, or a new way of eating. And I would never call this a diet. It's just a different pattern of eating. But for me, I don't ever just go straight into it. I personally would rather ramp myself up to that stage, you know? So I take a few days and get myself into it. I don't ever just like straight up, because that's how you fail, is you just straight up go into something and you're like, oh, I can't have any of this, which I'm not doing. I'm not saying I can't have it, but my sugar intake has been a little high, so I've been trying to wean myself off of it so that I could be a little bit better. Because with intuitive eating, I want to go back to kind of where I was, about more like whole foods, paleo based, but paleo but not. Like, I still have some stuff like brown rice and quinoa and stuff like that, but you know, paleo based. So yeah, I really challenge you guys to take this opportunity to join me in the intuitive eating journey and starting it with me. You know, I'm going to be starting it the next few days, so I definitely challenge you guys to start it. If you want to start it on Monday, you can start it on Monday. You'll be there about with me. I'm pretty much starting today, but I've been doing it. Like I said, I've been doing it for the last week and a half. I just haven't been focusing on it as much. And so when I did that poll on Instagram, and I was like, perfect, everybody wants to see this video, we can all do it together. We can all start the journey together. So definitely leave a comment down below if you guys want me to do like bi-weekly updates on intuitive eating, give you guys more information. I'll do like what I eat in a days and stuff like that. Like, if you guys want that information and you want to know more about it, definitely leave a comment down below. More than happy to do that for you guys. Also, I just want to thank all of my new subscribers, because I know I have a ton of you. We grew like 15 subscribers in the last week. I thank you guys so much. I'm so glad that you guys are here. That makes me so humble and happy. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I post every day, if not multiple times a day, food pictures, makeup pictures, all kinds of stuff on my Instagram. So definitely be sure to follow me over there. But yeah, that's really all that I have on intuitive eating. I'm sure I missed some stuff, so if you guys have questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram, leave a comment down below. I'll definitely respond to you guys. If you guys know me personally, send me a text, message me on Facebook, whatevs. You know I'm here for you guys. So yeah, that is all that I have for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the bell so that you get notified for future videos. And I will see you guys in 3 days from my next video. Bye guys.